Well, I brought everything but my notes with me, but I wanted to mention a couple of things. Ardeen said maybe our parents did something, maybe our parents did something special for us and afforded something special for us. When I was just little, that, still not,
There you go.
they tried to give each of us piano lessons, and Verna took right a hold of it and did a good job with the piano. I think they tried to give me piano lessons, but the thing that I remember is the teacher's Sister Flukiger set me on a little chair in front of her piano bench, in front of the piano, and had me plunk out the keys that I wanted to make a tune with, and had me figure out what note it was and put it on the music clef, the music lines, and that's what I did for my piano, and I still like to do that. I made a little ditty once when we became the Thane, Wyoming stake. I was called into the stake music of the primary, and so I made a little ditty and put the notes on the piano, played the notes on the piano, and plunked them out and wrote them on my paper and made a little song about the new primary in our new stake. And that's the kind of music lessons I had. Then when I got into high school, my father got me a clarinet, and as long as I was playing it, I kept it. But when I wasn't, he kept it. And then Cheryl started on it, and the teacher suggested that she get a better one. That was a metal one, and she got, so we got, not Cheryl, sorry, Jeanette. And so she got a nicer clarinet, and she enjoyed it, playing it more. So some of the things I remember about Mother and Dad, they wanted us to have what would make us happy. And sometimes we didn't know that, but they encouraged us along lines that they thought would help us. And we found out that they did make us happy, how to obey and how to serve the Lord and how to serve one another. And one of the things that, let me see if I can remember this. Sandra said about the one to use it up or do without. There's the one little saying that there was a little girl who had a little curl right in the middle of her forehead, and when she was good, she was very, very good. But when she's bad, she was horrid. And so we learned that if we needed it. and there was always some practical thing that they were teaching us. When my husband passed away, my father moved back from LaSalle, where he'd been teaching, and he started building us a home, added on to our home. And that was a wonderful time for my children. If you didn't know about Dad, and he'd knock on our front door in the mornings and then he'd help himself in, and he'd be whistling. Can anybody whistle a tune? He used to whistle. Ardeen?
He had a traveling whistle, he had a cow milking whistle, and he whistled as he went out to the cow.
Did you get all those? Traveling whistle, cow milking whistle, and cow going to and going to the post office. He had a whistle for everything, and the children heard them all. They learned them. And Clayton Earl was just very young in age, and but he loved to be right where Grandpa was. He didn't know but what Grandpa was his father, and he called him, when he started talking, he started calling him Daddy. And so that was a tender time too. And he'd crawl wherever Grandpa was, where sometimes Grandpa didn't need him, but I was in that situation myself at times. But there were so many lovely things about our parents. I remember one time I thought I needed a new formal. My mother made me a green taffeta formal, and it was lovely. And then we wore them out into a style show at the high school, and I heard some of the ladies in the audience say, "Oh, isn't that modest? That's pretty. It's so modest." And I was so proud of my mother that she knew what it was important and it was modest to have a dress like I had and fix it for me. So there's so many things I'd like, Laura Lee. There's things that I'd like to share all day, but I don't have time either. So thank you so much. You're all wonderful. You're wonderful people who have shared in. Some of you have actually known our mother and father, and that's been a wonderful blessing that they have known you too. Thank you.